You are not broke. You just don't know some things. You know that, just like they say, knowledge is power. And when you know some things, I am telling you, you would be free of so many things. That is why I spend a lot of time getting myself knowledgeable, teaching myself, because we learn every day, right? And when you are broke, it's not something to be ashamed or to be shy of, because baby girl, we have been there in one way of our life or the other. But trust me, guys, you can gain financial freedom today if you want to. But you must watch this video to the very end if you want to see exactly how to gain financial freedom. All right. Hey guys, it's MJ here, and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. First things first, what is the difference between being broke and being poor? You know, some people don't know the difference between these two. Being broke is a temporary financial situation, while being broke is a state of the mind. If you're broke, it's because at that moment you don't have money. There's a financial crisis. But if you are poor, then you're not just poor physically, but you're poor mentally. And whether you are broke or poor, then the first thing you need to do is to work on your mindset. Because my darling, mindset is everything. If you want to gain financial freedom, you must work on your mindset. Listen, if you know that energy is everything, like everything we put out there is energy, then you would know how to start working on your mindset. When I realized that whenever I open my mouth to say some things, I am putting things in the universe. And guess what? Life is garbage in, garbage out. Whatsoever you put in the universe, that's the same thing, it comes back to you. So instead of saying, when someone asks you for something or people ask you for money and you say, I'm broke, why not start saying, I am not financially capable to do what you want me to do right now. I am not buoyant at the moment. I am not rich at the moment. Start using some words that are even going to suit you as an aspiring rich person. Instead of saying any small thing, oh my God, I'm broke. Oh my God, I'm broke. Once you are doing that and you are personalizing it, it becomes your lifestyle. I'm telling you this because this is one thing that I have experienced, and this is one thing that I have known, that I stopped immediately. And when I stopped, that is when I started to gain my financial freedom. Trust me, work on your mindset. Work on how you perceive money. Work on how you see money. This is very, very important trait for you if you want to stop being broke and stop being in financial crisis. The second thing that I want you to know is that provide value. You have to provide value. Listen, all of us, every one of us that is created in this life, God created us with something, a purpose. And you see that thing that God has created you with, it's just like the gifts that God has given you to be able to gift others. If you are providing value to people, because I can tell you that that thing that you are good at, or that thing you do not know that you're good at, right? If you start to provide value, there are people that are out there that are willing to pay for your services. I'm telling you this. If you don't know this, then know this today. And when you start to provide value, be very good at what you're doing. Be the top 1%. Listen, I can tell you this for a fact because growing up, there was this woman that we have in my area. She used to sell akara, right? The English word for akara means bean cake. So she used to sell akara, and she is one woman that if you go to buy akara in her place in the morning and she's not around, guess what? You will turn back. Automatically, your meal for that day or the meal that you guys want to eat that morning will be automatically changed because you don't want to go and buy another person's house, because she is the best. This woman used the money that she was gaining, that she was making with the akara business, to train 8 children through the university. 8 kids. Her husband died a long time ago. Why? Because she was the best. People come from far and wide to come to her place to buy akara to eat. That was how good she was. So once you are providing value to people, you know that thing that God has embedded in you, that thing that you know that you are good at. Be very, very good at it. Make sure you're good at it, that people cannot dismiss you. People cannot overlook you. Trust me, when you know this, you will stop being broke. The next that I want to tell you about is pay yourself first. When it comes to you collecting your salary, collecting your check, maybe at the end of the week or at the end of 2 weeks or month, most of us, immediately when our check is coming through, right, the first thing we start to think is bills, right? Maybe buy groceries, or fix the car, pay rent, and so on and so forth. But my darling, those are secondary things. The primary thing you need to do is to pay yourself first. It's the 50-30-20 rule. The 50% goes to you. Pay that 50% to you. That 50% of your salary, you need to pay it to yourself. And paying it to yourself is you carry that money, that 50%, and keep it in your savings. Then the rest go to other things. The rest, 30%, go to other things, 20% go to other things. Trust me when I tell you that once you start doing this, you will not even know what is brokenness. You stop being broke. Totally. I'm telling you this for free. Now, another thing you need to know is, who are you surrounding yourself with? Just like the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with 5 broke people, you'll be the 6th one. You surround yourself with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th millionaire. Then choose your poison. That's just the truth. Because the people that you surround yourself with, if you're surrounding yourself with at least 5 rich people, trust me, if you are not even in a great financial position, they want to push you up to gain your financial freedom. But once you're surrounding yourself with 5 broke people, or 2 or 3 or whatever number it is, trust me, even when you are trying to struggle to come out from that financial situation, they want to keep you with them in that financial situation, in that brokenness state. So trust me when I tell you that when I realized that the people in my past, when I was broke to a T, when I realized that these people are not going to help me. Like anytime we sit down, we're talking about our financial situation, everybody's talking about how they are broke, but nobody is talking about what they're going to do to come out from that situation, right? It looks like I was the only one that was talking about it. Like whenever we sit down to talk about these things, I was the only one talking about what I'm going to do to get myself out of being broke and all of that. Nobody was saying that. I said, oh, these people can't help me, and I can't help them either. So I had to delete, block. I literally removed myself from that situation, because I know that these people cannot help me. They cannot help me. So you know the kind of people that you're surrounding yourself with. If you know that these people are not the people that are going to help you to achieve some certain level in your life, in your career, on your finances, you need to let them go. And go and look for those people. It's better for you to even be alone, walk alone, than to be in a certain, crowd. Do you understand me? Another thing that I want to let you know is, only lend money you can lose, let go of. A lot of us, we are the savior. We are people that, people can come to us anytime to want to borrow money, to want to come and borrow stuff. Please help me with this. And you know what? We don't know how to say no. No problem. You don't know how to say no. It's not a big deal. But if you are borrowing money, if you are lending money, make sure it's the money that you can part ways with. So that once you come to ask them for your money in the future and they don't give you the money, then you don't get pissed off. You can easily let go of the money. And that was what I started doing for myself. Who whoever that person is, even if my parents come to me to ask for money, for me to lend them money, guess what? I give them the one I know that, you know what, I don't mind them going away with it. Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't even borrow my parents money, but I'm just using that as an example. I don't borrow them money, I give them money, right? But any other person else, you come to want to ask me for money, I will give you the one I know I can part ways with. That if tomorrow, if I come and ask you for money, for my money, and yeah, I see that it's starting to get have issue, like both of us were having issue because of my own money, I just let it go, right? So that is what you're supposed to start doing. Start lending money that you know that you can easily afford to lose. Okay, now the next that I want to tell you is save. Save. You know, life is uncertain. We are living in this life, anything can happen, and that is why we save for rainy days. When those rainy days happen, then that money you have saved in your savings account, that is what was going to help you go through that rainy period, rainy days, right? It's very, very important for you to save. Don't just let, money just comes like this. Don't just let it just go like that. No, it's not a good thing. It's not a great thing. So learn to save. That is why I talked about that 50% that you pay yourself. You keep that money in your savings account and save it till when you need it, till when you are in need of it. Okay? Another thing that I want you to know is, by all means, stay away from debt. I don't know how I'm going to put this, but if you cannot afford something, please don't purchase it. Do not purchase it. By all means, stay away from debt. This is something that I taught myself right from when I was a kid. I was a kid when I taught myself this, right? If I know I cannot afford something, if I know I cannot pay that thing on that spot, I am not collecting it. I am not buying it. My personal shopper, she's someone that whenever she brings some things, new stuff comes, she hits me, she sends me pictures and all of that. And she knows that if I'm not going to pay her on the spot, I am not going to collect it. At some point, she started telling me, MJ, you're my one customer that I know that doesn't collect debt. Yes, because I don't want, when my next money come or my next paycheck come, then I'm thinking of paying debt. I want, when my money comes or when next paycheck come, right, I have planned for it. I'm planning to do something else with it and not to be thinking of paying debts. And that brings me to my next point. Plan. Make sure you plan your finances, because he that fails to plan, plans to fail. I can tell you this, that if you do not plan your finances, you are planning for failure in the future. Planning is very important. My dad retired, right, from his work, and before he retired, he did not put some certain things in place before he retired, and that made him to go through some financial crisis, because he was thinking the government are going to pay them their gratuity on time, and you know the kind of governments that we have, they did not pay. And of recent, thank goodness, the union that he was in when he was still serving decided to pay him some money, right? Now, thank goodness, during that period that you're going through financial crisis, we the children rally around and help them through that, him and my mother, right? Now, at some point I had to call him and I told him, Dad, you know that you're going through this situation right now because you do not plan your retirement well. And he agreed. He was like, yes, I know, I did not plan it well. And he was like, he wished he did some things different. Trust me when I tell you that when you plan for the future, then you are saving yourself a lot of headache and situations that will arise. And same thing with your finances. So plan, make sure you plan. All right. Another thing that I want you to know is you have to stop competing with others. Listen, you are running your own race. You are running your own race. I know we are living in a social media age that some of you have saved a lot of things on your phone that you want to purchase, or you want to buy, and all of that, right? And or you are seeing some of your friends are using some things, you too, you want to use it, right? Listen, if you do not need that thing, don't buy it. Resist the urge to shalaye. Resist the urge to put yourself in unnecessary spending. Resist it. Resist that urge. Competing with others will not take you to anywhere. It will just leave you empty at the end of the day. You just be empty. So stop competing with others. Only compete with yourself. Compete with the person that you look at in the mirror every day. This knowledge would save you from a lot of things, from a lot of trauma, from a lot of troubles. Trust me. Another thing that I want you to know is gratitude. Right now, as you're watching me, right? Probably you're using a phone or a laptop to watch me. Probably you've eaten already, maybe twice today already. Most probably you are under a roof in a very fine furnished house, right? And probably you have the basic things of life. That is one of the reasons why you need to be grateful for where you are at the moment. Because a lot of people don't have what you have, and you need to be grateful. Be grateful through it all. In that situation that you find yourself, be grateful. Whether you poor or you broke or you rich, be grateful. This mindset, when you are grateful, it will help you to achieve more, to acquire more. Because being grateful for where you are at the moment attracts more to you. It attracts abundance to you. Do you understand? So you need to just be grateful, because whatever phase that you are in your life, it's only temporary. And when it passes, better things will come to you. Okay? So I hope that this video really makes so much sense, and I hope that this video will help you with your financial situation. Will remove you from that broken state or brokenness state to a state of financial freedom. I really, really do hope. All right. So thank you so much for watching this video to the very point. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also please leave those comments down below in the comment section. I love to read your comments. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.